Afternoon, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Tuesday, November 17th. Just so you know, we're doing this about 1 p.m. today. We're watching the skies for rain and possibly worse. I hope it doesn't come to pass. The big political news today in Arkansas continues to be the growing noise about the possibility that refugees from Syria might come to the United States. Republican opposition among politicians in Arkansas is unanimous against it. I think Jason Rapert, the state senator from Conway, took it to a whole new level last night on Twitter when he said all Muslims from anywhere should be prevented from entering the United States. He hasn't yet said we should banish all those 12 million who live here now, but that would be the logical next step. The Catholic Charities of Arkansas issued a statement in response to all this. They operate an organization here that helps resettle refugees when they can find a home for them in Arkansas. They note that in the last year, a grand total of 14 refugees have been resettled in Arkansas, none Syrian. They say it's a year-long process, very tough to get through. They say, by the way, that they're happy to welcome Syrian refugees. Their Bible says that that's a good thing to do, even if Jason Rapert's does not. Elsewhere in the state today, the State Education Department's Charter School Authorization Panel waved through several more charter school applications, one for a new virtual charter school, an online school. This one is operated from behind the scenes by a profit-making corporation that will make a lot of money off of getting state tax dollars to help students who learn at home on computers get educations. A Hindu organization has asked formally to be allowed to place at its expense a statue to a Hindu deity on the state capitol grounds. I don't think they'll be holding their breath for approval from Secretary of State Mark Martin. This will become an essential part of a court challenge of a plan to put a Ten Commandments monument on the state capitol grounds, of course, when the Hindus are refused, but the Christians are not. A UALR law professor, Robert Steinbuch, has filed a FOI lawsuit against his employer for not revealing all of the details he sought about student enrollment data. The faculty member thinks that the school enrolls some people who aren't as well qualified, sometimes for racial reasons, and their results in school aren't as good as a consequence. They fear that if they give him the data he wants, that he'll be able to identify individual students who have gone through the process. He says that's not true. Paul Bookout, the former state senator who's pleaded guilty to campaign fraud for converting campaign money to his own use, wants a delay in his sentencing next week. There's some accounting questions to be settled about how much money he must repay. The Advertising and Promotion Commission of Little Rock is going to vote later this afternoon. If you'll check back with our Arkansas blog later today, you'll see how they've responded to a plan to increase the hotel room tax by 2 cents to pay for a $60 million expansion plan at the Arkansas Arts Center. About half from the tax, about half would be raised privately. There's some opposition to the plan. Hotels have concerns about raising the sales tax on hotel rooms by that amount. The Little Rock City Board is also going to meet tonight. We'll be checking in on that as well to see if they pass a resolution that encourages the State Highway Department to look at different alternatives for improving Interstate 30 through town. There are many on the city board and in the community who aren't happy with the plan to widen that freeway to 10 lanes wide and to put up a bigger barrier between neighborhoods in downtown Little Rock. And finally, yes, we do have a hookup today. Mike Huckabee yesterday said he was sure Syrians didn't want to come to the United States, certainly not Minnesota, because it's so cold up there. Well, Minnesota just happens to be probably the most welcoming place for refugees in America. They have an enlightened attitude toward it. As a result, people from places such as Somalia, Burma, and Iraq, and other very hot places on the globe have not only settled there as refugees, but have had other people come there too, because it's such a great place. Not welcome in Arkansas, warm though it might be. There are people like Jason Rapert here and Mike Huckabee until he moved to Florida where it was even a little warmer. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.